All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to this little episode. And if you find this content useful, go ahead and subscribe. Would love to have you. All right, so let's get into it here. Today I want to talk about this one here, the disappearance of Maddi Kingsbury, 26. Pretty young, still have a whole life ahead of her. And, police have called the disappearance of Maddi Kingsbury, 26, involuntary and suspicious. So, oh, and by the way, cheers. Um, so they must know something in this case to consider it involuntary and suspicious. Now, what that is yet, they've not made public, but they do know something in order to make that statement. So, but according to the news, she disappeared more than 2 weeks ago, had plans to move out of the home she shared with her ex prior to her mysterious disappearance. And that information came from her family, it says. So she was last seen March 31st after she and the father of her children, ages 5 and 2, were dropped off at a daycare before allegedly returning to the home they shared together that she was going to be moving out of. And again, police say the disappearance is involuntary and suspicious. So they know something, guys. They definitely know something. And I'm interested. I'm going to follow this, see where it goes. Right now, I'm going to say that it is not looking too good for the father. But again, anything can happen. Statistically speaking, it doesn't look good for the father right now. Okay, so the father has been identified as Adam Fravel. I hope I said that right. Somebody says that the pair was living together with their children. They were no longer romantically involved, and Maddie was looking for another place to live. Okay, so if that was the case, Maddie could have even been seeing someone else. So if she had been seeing someone else, then you throw another individual into the mix, and that's why I'm saying, it don't look good for the father, but anything's possible. So Maddie planned to stay in the Winona area to co-parent with Fravel. Here we go. There was definitely alarm bells going off because it was unlike her. Not hearing from Maddie since the morning of the 31st. Maddie also failed to report to her job at Mayo Clinic and did not show up to retrieve her kids from daycare later that day. Yeah, don't sound too good, guys. Don't sound too good. Let's see what else it says here. Okay, so Fravel has denied any involvement in Maddie's disappearance. And police have not named him or anybody else as a suspect or a person of interest yet. That's the thing, yet. Fravel goes on to say, I did not have anything to do with Maddie's disappearance. I want the mother of my 5-year-old and 2-year-old to be found and brought home safely. I want that more than anything, said Fravel. Now, I could refer to other statements that other guys have made that are the father of children and stuff like that, but I'm not going to at this point, just because anything right now could be possible. I mean, was Maddie seeing someone else? There's a lot of variables that may be involved in this right now. Okay, so the children are in state's custody because the father did not have custodial rights. So that might be an issue too in all this. I've seen that before. It says the kids are in a safe place. Also goes on to say that, and it wraps it up right here. Since her disappearance, thousands of volunteers have scoured counties of Winona and Fillmore, police say, and numerous search warrants have been served. Interesting. I wonder who and where the search warrants were served. But I'm going to follow this, guys, and see where this goes. The dark blue minivan Maddie was said to have driven home, vanished and is currently being processed for evidence. The investigation continues. So that is probably where they got the involuntary and suspicious from. Is from the van. And again, let me put a picture of Maddie up here for you guys to show you what she looks like. So that's Maddie. Looked like she had a bright future ahead of her working at the Mayo Clinic. It's unfortunate that this has happened. So the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal, well, they got a picture of her on here from Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. I don't know what that is. That must be like their version of TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. But right now, it is not looking too good for the father. So let me see if I can find any more information here. And if you guys have any information, feel free to drop it in the comments below. Would love to hear your thoughts on anything you've heard on it. All right, so here is okay, so Maddie's sister shares details around her disappearance. Let's see what this says here. Let's see. Oh, so okay, so Fravel now has an attorney. So her ex now has an attorney, and he's releasing statements through his attorney. Okay, and they're going on, the family's like inquiring about searches and stuff like that. So, yeah, it just goes on to say that it's very she's going on to say that it's very unlike Maddie to just disappear and not keep in touch with anybody, especially with her having the kids. That was her life. The 5-year-old and the 2-year-old, that was her whole and complete life according to the sister, and it would just be unlike her to do this. So definitely some alarm bells going off according to her sister. Obviously with us, there are definitely alarm bells going off just reading this. I mean, anybody would look into this and go, yeah, definitely alarm bells. Obviously something happened to her and it's not good. In my opinion, it's not looking too good on the ex. He's hired an attorney. Alarm bells there. Of course, we'll see where this goes, guys, and I'll keep you updated. I'm going to do some digging, reach out to some people, see what I can find. But, again, prayers for Maddie and her family and the kids. Just a horrible, horrible scenario for everybody, including the kids. I mean, the kids are in state custody. Hopefully, Maddie's got some family that can take them in. So that would be a positive outcome for the kids. But regardless, they're without their mom, and depending on how this goes down, they may be without their dad too. So, and again, guys, if worst case scenario, if the dad's involved and done something horrible to Maddie, total devastation for these kids. I mean, could have just went their own ways, done what they needed to do legally, put it behind them, raised the kids, and the kids would have had a lot better life than they probably are going to have now. So, yeah, just another sad case for some kids involved in parents not being able to get along and being able to do things the right way. So sounds like Maddie may have been doing things the right way, but the father looking a little sketchy here. So like I said, I'm gonna reach out to some people. I'm gonna do some investigating in this and see what I can find out. I'm definitely gonna be following this one. So if you're interested in this and following along with me, let me know in the comments below. And I'll be on later this evening for a Summer Wells video, so stay tuned for that. And see y'all guys here in a little bit.